Yeah. Instead, we will talk about Section 31, episode number 316. I'm Dan Hammond.
And I am Rogue Schindler.
This week we have a TUI spoiler. I've got a box full of promos back there. I've got something behind my head which is interesting, and we're going to go with that. So,
Ooh.
what do you want to talk about first?
I want to see what's behind your head. What's that?
All right. So check this out. This is from the Star Trek Beyond world premiere. Charlie brought this back. It's a canvas bag.
Wow.
It's got we've got a Star Trek hat with the thing and Beyond on the back, and it's full of
Nice.
a bunch of Blu-rays. We've got Wrath of Khan, Star Trek Into Darkness, and this mix of
So Rathacon.
yeah, right, 2 copies of Wrath of Khan. This has The Cage, Where No One Has Gone Before, Space Seed, Errand of Mercy, and The Trouble with Triples on it. It's a Blu-ray. So anyway,
Cool.
these were all given away at the movie showing that he got to go to during Comic-Con, and he has donated them to the raffle. So when I put the raffle lots up next week, those are going in. So look for those this
Very
weekend. While
nice.
everyone else is at Dragon Con or Worlds or whatnot, I'll be putting those up in the promenade in the next set of raffles. I've also printed all the packing slips for all the raffle prizes, and those are going out. So usually I wait a couple of weeks. This time I wait a little bit longer because work has been busy. But anyway, that'll be going out. I've got, I think, 74 packages to send out, various kits, and that includes combined things. So that's the new
Wow.
release kits for Hard Time, which we'll talk more about in a minute, are out. The new kits that have the new tournament promos are out, and I also have a few archive kits. The last few kits, we had a few left over, so we made those available to ambassadors. Ambassadors can buy those for use in local events and pass around. I also have some more ambassador promos and a couple other things going out. So busy time in the warehouse.
Very nice. That sounds like they've been keeping you busy.
No doubt. And I will be busy for a bit more. In fact, not only did I get another box of promos to make, I still have promos sitting here that I have to put together, including these that I don't know what these are for, but this is pretty cool. There's a 1E, a 2E, and a Tribble, just random AI that don't. Oh, this one does have text at the bottom. Oh, all right, that's what that's for. All right, well, we can get to that later then. That'll be something that will be sent out, I think, later this year. I've got some more Masters cards to put together and some more of these Ambassador cards. So between this, another round of tournament promos, I think we're going to try to have either an event this weekend or next weekend or some other time. We might do it this weekend. I know most people are away, but maybe we can get Matt, Charlie, and Brian up here and just blow through a lot of them. But soon we'll have another big scrapbooking party here and get things taken care of. Anyway, so that's, I think, 2 of the 3 topics. That leaves just one.
A hard time.
A Hard Time. So Hard Time is the name of the new TUI set. There's been a few spoilers posted. I like the idea that they floated, kind of the sister cards, I guess is what they said. Um,
Yeah.
so interesting dilemmas that are very similar to dilemmas that we all know about, but they'll be planet instead of space, or they'll have a skill changed up. I like them. And that's not just because I know how to use the old ones, so I know how to use the new ones. I don't have to learn anything.
I very much liked the Vosh Q dilemma.
Yeah,
That
underlying
was
influence.
yeah.
I like
That
the
looked like it could
idea
be fun.
of really creating, new dilemma piles, just 1 or 2 cards. I guess that's all it takes, Like, what was it that they tried to do that a while back? Conscious of the King, right?
Conscious of the King.
Yeah.
I always wanted to play, and I tried playing a couple of times, but I could never quite. I don't know. I've never seen anybody really get it rolling. Um,
You just
but it
need
was a
like
cool idea.
just need like one trick, I think, to get it
Yeah,
going, and it will be back again. But
I think
alas,
part of the problem is that it costs 3
yeah.
or whatever. It's not of a cost that you can go uninvited or however Vault of Tomorrow and dig it out. You just kind of have to hope you pull it.
Yep. All right. Well, let's go on with the spoiler that we do have. So, have you played and I know I've played against, but I don't know if I played against you playing an infiltrator deck, a Dominion infiltrator deck. Is that something you put together before?
A long time ago. It does not look anything the way the infiltrators look now. Maybe like right after Necessary Evil came out. So once we got anything and anyone, I was like, oh, okay, we can actually play this now. Because when it came out in Call to Arms, it was garbage.
I want to say I played one uh, after cards like what was it? What was the AP 2E league card? Ashar Yar.
Oh yes.
Yeah, after that came out, I played a couple. I played an infiltrator deck. That was kind of fun. Um, it just really slowed things down for everyone. But man, that was a long time ago. So we've got a new card to help help with infiltration. As for Dominion, let me share this so we can chat about it here. This is Gunashan.
Not gonna work here anymore.
Gonna gonna be a 2-cost Jem'Hadar. He's got standard Jem'Hadar stuff, geophysics security. That's
Yeah.
security is expected. Geophysics, kind of the
Yeah. Universal, so you can have 3 copies of them.
yep staff. The expected 8 strength, cutting 5, integrity 6. So 1 point higher than the usual 5.58 guy for 2 cost. But you can get around his cost. His game text is a single sentence. When you play an infiltrator you own aboard an opponent's ship, and this personnel is in your hand, you may place him on your headquarter mission where he could be played. So if you're going to be playing infiltrators aboard your opponent's ship anyway, maybe you save 2 counters and get some free guys just spammed.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. See, the problem with these types of cards, like this one in particular, because they always come up with something like this, but it's always when it happens. So not only do you have to have a specific trigger, but you have to have this card in your hand ready to go when that happens.
Sure.
So, I mean, I'm a big fan of waiting around and trying to make, the Rube Goldberg machine go off. But it can be tough and trying on your patience. And, that seems like, for a 2-cost guy, Jem'Hadar, that could probably be 1 cost with some of the tricks that the Dominion have. It does not feel like a lot of a payoff for a bunch of skills that they have already.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I suppose you're right.
I kept waiting for it to be, while you're reading it, when you play your infiltrator on board your opponent's ship, you can play this guy there too.
You just join
it's
up.
Like, holy crap. All right, we're aboard. Bring it, beam in your Jem'Hadar.
I'm looking back through my deck list, and I don't see a single deck that I used that has infiltrators in it. So either I'm imagining it, or I stole it from somebody and never recorded it, or it's still in the box back there waiting for me to actually add it to the deck builder. So who knows? That's disappointing.
Hey, that deck builder only goes as far as the continuing committee era. There is such a thing as having played before that.
No, not with Ashara Yar.
Oh well, okay, sure.
I wish. All right, so I can search all my deck titles, but I can't search for a single card in all of my decks. How about that? Can we get that?
Well, you can search. You can go to the card, and it will show you all the decks that currently have that card in it.
I'd have to play all of my decks in a row really quick.
And then you'd have to see if, I guess it's only recent decks, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I suppose I could just click through all my decks, but loading the decks takes so long. All right. Well, anyway, no, that's something else entirely. I'm done looking at my former decks now, and the internet speeds up. So, interesting card. It is a universal. The number is 38V25, and it has a bit of lore. It has some italicized text down underneath the game text. It says, while the founders were extremely adept at espionage, Their extraction often depended on a Gemitar presence to secure their passage. So, okay, it fits. They got to go fetch the guy back somehow, I guess. Although it
Sure,
doesn't
they're
actually
they're commencing their mission, so they're getting their extraction team ready to be on standby.
do anything to get your guy back, unless there's a
No,
card that does that I'm thinking of. But
it's thematic.
thematic, sure.
It's
Go with
that
that.
thing that Tui isn't.
Ouch. All right, very good. And I said 38, and as far as I know, we didn't get the standard. Hey, this is still in development, so this might be it. It has a picture on it, so I'm guessing that's good to go.
Yeah.
Um, it's always fun when we get a Geminar that hasn't been done yet, because this is a pretty good picture. He's just climbing
Yeah.
through a doorway or something. Uh,
It's not easy to get. There's only so many Geminar,
yeah, and I'm
and
sure
a
most
lot
will
of them
get
in the
moved to 10.
background. So, yeah, that looks really good.
Cool. All right. We talked about that. We talked about that. We talked about that, and we talked about that. That was one more thing that I was expecting to talk about. Anything else going on? We didn't have anything this weekend. I don't think we have anything scheduled for next weekend unless we have a scrapbooking party. Although I think on Friday we're going to try to do at least one round of tribbles so we can get credit for a world side event. Matt scheduled something so we can get our names in the hat for world side event promos. But
Yeah, I was looking forward to that, and then I'm not going to be here.
Are you doing anything at DragonCon?
There is one event, and there's only one. Unfortunately, I was looking forward to nightly tribbles, but there's only one event, and it's on the one night where I have something planned.
Naturally.
Yeah, I was invited to be part of a costume group, like 9 months ago, and I was really excited about it. Except that I knew I wasn't going, so I was sadly had to turn them down. And then when we suddenly turned around and were decided to go, I was like, "Hey, are you guys still doing that?" And you probably already have somebody, but it's like, oh, actually, our Poe just dropped out, so.
That's perfect.
So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm bummed to miss the Triples event, but it's going to be not just Force Awakens, a Star Wars saga full character meetup. So we have one of everybody from movies and shows. We have the Rebels and the prequel heroes and the OT heroes and the Force Awakens crew. So it should be really cool. We got some photographers coming and a full cast. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, oh, shoot. Wow, why did I not have it on hand? Today, my helmet arrived.
Oh, nice.
So I'm super stoked. I thought it was not going to be done until later, and I messaged the guy, hey, I'm going to DragonCon. I don't suppose, you said the end of August. Any chance it could be a little before the end of August? So, yeah, it is super sweet and very excited. So that I'll be doing that. I'll be doing Star Wars instead of Star Trek. Sorry. I'm
Fair
a traitor.
Half right for this show. Are you going to be back in time for a show next Monday?
We're flying back on Monday, so travel gods willing, I might be back in time to do a show, a review show. But who knows? I'll definitely keep you posted on the day as we go and see when I'm going to be back. But I'm really excited because one of the reasons we kind of pushed us over the edge to going is Alexander Siddig is going to be there, who played Dr. Bashir.
Yeah,
he doesn't even. I've seen him do, I keep an eye out because he's one of two guys I've never met, and he's gonna have him on here, so I can get that Dr. Bashir on there. So yeah, I've only ever seen him do two cons in 20 years. So as soon as he hit that Dragon Con schedule, I was like, man, I can't believe we're not going this year, and so now we're going this year.
Excellent. Well, good luck. I hope we get was it the last one on that cast photo sign?
No, I also need Colm Meaney, so that's the last one I'm going to get on that one.
He doesn't do cons at all?
He doesn't do cons at all. He really doesn't like it, and unless I am able to stalk him somewhere and he does a play or something, and I catch him outside of it. Maybe, but it's definitely probably not going to happen at a con.
Okay. Well, one more step though, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. I never thought I'd get to see him, so that'll be cool. It's it's him and Nog. That's the Deep Space Nine panel.
That could maybe be David. Who knows?
Yeah, and he's going to be on the Game of Thrones panel, so that'll be cool.
Was he in Game of Thrones?
He was the ruler of Dorne.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Eventually, that series will finish production, and I will watch.
I was going to say, I thought you guys were caught up on it, or is it only Debbie watching it?
I don't think Debbie's watching it unless she's watching it without telling me.
Yeah.
Watching Game of Thrones? No. Like I said, I read the first book and was not happy with how it's being treated.
Sure.
And, I figured I'll wait till it's been over and then we'll binge the whole thing. It'll be a lot of binging, but we'll have plenty of time.
Yeah. Yep.
Learn all about food.
It'll be good too. Wow, that's a lot of emotions all at once.
Well, I haven't been keeping myself in the dark. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Right? So there's I've been watching the memes go by and in episodes people talk about episodes. I don't wander away. So I've been following the story, so I know what happens kind of. But it'll be interesting to go back and watch.
Yeah.
Fill in the gaps, right?
Sure. Cool. Well, almost there.
Yeah. I am traveling on Tuesday through Friday next week. So if we get the show in on Monday, that's great. And when I come back, I don't know. I haven't mentioned it to anyone, but I'll actually be in Chicago with perhaps some evenings free. So I might send a note to our Chicago groups and see if anybody has a Wednesday night or a Thursday night or potentially even a Tuesday night triples game or something going on. I might crash, but if I do, I will bring decks. Not the deck I played at Gen Con because that was mean, but I'll bring a different deck and have a good time.
All right, that sounds good. So hey, Chicagoland listeners, if you or viewers, get in touch so we can have a Section 31 meetup with Sir Dan. That'll be cool.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it that way, but yeah, okay. Very good. I think that's the end. That's the end.
Have an event. Hey, we do that when people come here.
We do.
If we're not going to have an event, if there's not something going on and they're going to be here, we make something happen. So that's not unreasonable. That's what we do as a community, the Star Trek community, CCG. So we'll keep the committee continuing and so forth. Clearly, we're out of intelligence at this point, so I'm just gonna keep going. We'll have a Dragon report eventually, hopefully next week. Otherwise, hopefully I'll see some of you guys there in Atlanta as well. In the meantime, I am Sir Rogue.
And I'm Sir Dan.
And I will remind you all to expand your power in the universe.